Penguin Gentleman, and I'm coming at you with another tea review. Now, this is a really good time one because it has gotten very cold very quickly where I am, and next to hot chocolate, tea is just about the best thing you can be drinking because it's got that antioxidants, it's going to keep you healthy, plus it just tastes great. Like, let's be honest here. But the tea I've got for you today is Midwest Country Fair Black Tea. Now, if you've never heard of it, don't feel bad because I've never heard of it either. Basically, I was walking through my local supermarket, Hy-Vee. It's a Midwest chain. You might have one where you are, you might not. But I was walking through there and I saw that they were on sale here for $2.99 for 100 tea bags. And I'm like, well, you can't argue with that value. It's fantastic. So I picked them up and I wanted to try them out. And so, yeah, you got 100 tea bags. And as you can see in here, they're tea bags and they remind me a lot of the Curacao tea pouches because they're pouches, they're not bags, they have no strings or anything, they're just pouches. You pop them in the bottom of your mug, pour the water on top, and they kind of just balloon up. And it's nice. I mean, you can pack more of them in the box, I guess, but for me, once again, I prefer loose leaf tea more than tea bags because I feel like it gives me a little bit more control over my cup of tea. But who can argue with that price? Like, once again, you're getting like 3 cents per bag, and that's easily the best deal I've ever had for any of my teas. And so that's the first pro for it. I mean, if you're on a budget or you just don't want to spend a lot of money on tea, but you love tea, this is great because you get a lot of tea for not a lot of money, and you can't argue with that. So, once again, it's black tea, and that's the only ingredient they gave me. It's right on the box, that's all you got. So, it's just a very basic tea. Um, and so with all other black teas like that, I would only steep it about 4 minutes, 3.5 to 4 minutes, because if you leave it in there all day, it's going to get way too bitter. It's going to have too much of a tannin concentration, and you just don't want that. That is the one thing you don't want with black teas. So about 3.5, 4 minutes, it's going to get that average, same like golden brownish color of black teas. And it's going to keep having that earthy scent with all other black teas. But the thing that sets it apart from the other black teas I reviewed, like Curacao or English breakfast or Irish breakfast, is it's not quite as smooth. I'm not sure if it's because it has more of that basic just vanilla blend, or if the fact that it's kind of budget, because it's not that smooth. It's got kind of like this bitter cut to it, not nearly as smooth as or mild as Curacao, but doesn't have the flavor complexity of either Irish breakfast or English breakfast tea. And so, I mean, with this, it's just your really basic staple black tea. I mean, I should have known that when I first picked up the box. You get what you get. But that being said, you have a lot of tea for not that much money. So that means you can experiment a lot with what you want to make. I mean, if you're getting into black tea for the first time and you're not really sure how you like it, this is great for you because let's say you want to try one cup and you just pop in a bag and you don't like it. Okay, too bad. You got 99 more bags. You can't argue with that. It's great. You can really perfect how you like black tea so that you're not wasting cups on more expensive teas like the breakfast teas or Curacao or specialty black teas. It's really nice for that. I mean, personally, when I first started black teas, I started off on really cheap Lipton bags, and I experimented with how much milk and honey I liked, and then I translated that into English breakfast, and worked out great for me. I'd highly recommend it, using that kind of way of brewing. And so, yeah, I mean, if you just want tea or you want to experiment with tea, it's great with that. I would recommend, I never actually tried it with milk and honey, but I would recommend it with it because it would take kind of the edge and bitterness off the taste, but at the same time, once again, you don't want too much honey because too much honey is just going to taste disgusting. It's going to be too sweet. It doesn't mingle well if you put too much honey in. Same thing with milk. You don't want tea flavored milk. You want tea with a little bit of milk in it just to kind of take that edge off. But, I mean, with this black tea, since it's really that kind of basic flavor, it would also be a really good idea just to put a slice of lemon or two in there, and you have a really nice, simple, easy to prepare cup of tea that's just really soothing. It's got that citrus and vitamin C that's good to fight colds, especially in the cold climates like here. But one warning, do not do what I did when I first started drinking tea. I made the mistake of thinking, hey, it's bitter, so I want to add milk, but at the same time I want the citrus flavor of adding a slice of the lemons. Don't do that. That will curdle the milk and it will be beyond disgusting. Do not do that. Either have the milk and honey or the lemon. Do not add both. But, needless to say, it's really basic. It's what you get. And it's inexpensive. You can experiment a lot with it. It's got that black tea taste, so I don't mind it. It's that nice, strong flavor. And, believe it or not, it actually gets better the more you drink it. So you might be a little turned off by the first couple sips, but give it a cup, give it 2 cups. I think you'll get the like of it, and you can really experiment with how you like it. And this is a great box that you can just perfect how you want to make your black teas. So that is Midwest Country Fare black tea. If you can find it, go for it because it's really cheap and it's a great value. So this is the Penguin Gentleman. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.